Guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're checking out some petty revenge, and you know we love those. So let's dive right in. By the way, NG, if you're new to the channel, subscribe. And if you like the videos, why are you guys not liking? Like, you watch for so long but you don't like. Now you subscribe. Don't want to split the cost of a membership? That's fine. My sister-in-law and brother-in-law are notoriously cheap, stingy, and manipulative. Otherwise, nice as could be.
Okay.
We have a big box membership, and both I and my husband, which is brother-in-law's brother, have a card. One of them, sister-in-law, probably asked to borrow this card to use at said store and never returned it.
What?
Normally, who cares? I'm happy to share, but they are just so damn cheap and stingy that it started to bug me. So I asked for the card back, saying that we needed it, sure, and she gives it to me. 4 to 5 months later, my husband asked me for my card, and I asked, dude, where's yours? Oh, I lent it to sister-in-law. Okay. Plan B. Next time I went to their house, I offered to split the cost. Absolutely, it's like you're using it already. So she's like, can we split the cost? Next time I went to their house, I offered to split the cost of the membership. At the time, that was $50 a year. Response: oh, we really don't use it that much, but I'll talk to brother-in-law, which is literally like, yeah, no, we don't want to pay for it. But like, for $50 a year for something that you use, even if it's once or twice a year, makes sense, right?
Yeah, makes sense.
Because if you're using it 2 times a year, and especially when those cards will save you from add-ons or cashbacks that you get from them. Plan C and petty revenge. I logged in online and saw that they were using it 1 to 2 times a month. Penny wise, pound foolish. I went to the store and asked for my membership to be cancelled effective immediately, and I told no one.
Brother, what's that, brother?
Brother-in-law and sister-in-law went shopping, loading it all onto the belt, scanned the card, and they were presented with a renewal fee. Rather than paying it, they walked out. No. I'm already imagining it in my mind, because it's like, put all of the stuff and then you literally just leave your full cart and let the storekeepers go back and reshelve all those things. Oh, wait a minute. It's just embarrassing, especially if it's stuff that you actually use, just because they don't want to renew the fee or pay full price. Because they walked out means they left the stuff there. We never spoke about it, but my brother-in-law told my other brother-in-law, who told me, and just laughed. He and I on the same page brings me such satisfaction to play out the scene in my mind. I can also imagine, they're like, nah, no thank you, and walk of shame, like, we're not about to buy this stuff right now. We later parked in my spot, so I made sure your buyer was dissuaded. For context, I live in a condo where we all have assigned parking spots, and there are several visitor spots sprinkled throughout. Well, one day I came home in the middle of a weekday, so the vast majority of parking spaces were empty. So I was very confused as to why a large, unfamiliar SUV was in my spot. Now, we get the occasional visitor that mistakenly or purposefully park in whatever spot they want. With this in mind, I parked right behind him and approached the window to ask how long he was planning to be there. He said 45 minutes. I asked him if he could move to a visitor spot. There was some directly across from mine. He said no in the rudest and shittiest voice I ever heard. No! Come out of a man. Then he started going off about how he's a realtor. He's showing this house, which is the door, which is directly in front of my spot. The property management said to park here in this spot. I highly doubt that. Of course, he'll just be like, you know what? I'm a real estate agent. I am showing this house. I already spoke with the higher ups, and they're cool with me doing this, especially when they feel like they want to shut you down and just make you feel like you have no chance. They're right, they're shutting you down, and so on and so on. I decided that I didn't have any time or energy for Karens that day, and in the middle of his ranting, I just said, okay then, and walked away to go park in a visitor spot. So at this point, when someone is like pissed at you and they give you a calm okay, you should be worried.
Okay.
Rude people irritate me, especially if they are defending their shitty behavior. So I promptly took my revenge. Immediately she said okay. She was like, okay, fine. It was like, okay, it's different from like okay, because like okay, fine, we'll see.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Now my window faces the parking lot, so I set up my oh no,
Yeah, boy.
I set up my speaker on the window sill. I set up my speaker on the windowsill and started blasting hardcore rap music for about half an hour. He said 45 minutes, at least for 30 minutes with his whatever client that was coming to meet him. I figured the vast majority of my neighbors were at work anyway, so 30 minutes of loud music wasn't going to annoy anyone too much. I hope I wasted a bunch of his time. Maybe don't be rude to complete strangers.
Exactly. Breathe air.
Oh my god, thank God.
Got caught off at the security checkpoint. I got petty revenge and skipped her carry-ons. A quick petty revenge. I was going through security checkpoint and the line was getting long and we have to bend around the corners so that we don't block foot traffic. Then this old woman walked in. The old woman decided she was too good to walk around the corner and queue from the back and just decided to cut right in front of me as I was passing the corner. You know what? I'm pretty sure she was thinking like, I'm old. Have some respect.
You shall not pass!
These kids nowadays, that's probably what she was thinking. Like, that must have been the entitlement in her head. When, like, if you don't treat people nicely, you don't expect them to treat you nicely, no matter your age. Right? I
don't know. I just got here.
I tried telling her the lines were at the back nicely, but she literally just dropped her carry-on and walked to the front of the line to get the security body check. She was probably thinking we would just push her bags along. She technically didn't just cut in front of me. She was cutting in front of everyone while expecting us chums to push her bags through. I know. That's what I said. She was literally thinking, I'm old. They have to show me some respect. And while she goes and cuts them off, like, I think it's really nice and polite, and obviously you use your brains to be like, oh, this person is older, you want to help them, because you'd want the same courtesy shown to you if you were like at that age, when you reach that age. So it makes sense. But her just feeling entitled to all of the people behind him and all of the people behind him to help her after she has rudely, instead of like, can I please stand in front of you? Any normal young person would let an old person do that. And so she just cuts off and she's like, pick it up now. That's how she drops her bag, like, pick it up now. I did initially push her bag for a while, but decided F that and skipped her bags. The woman behind me saw what I did and she too skipped the bag. Obviously, everyone was pissed. When I got through the security check, I saw her anxiously looking around for her bag. She then approached me asking where's her bag. I just simply told her she got the wrong person and walked away. Oh my gosh. I can imagine the old lady panicking and having to probably go back through all of those people that she skipped to go get her stuff. That was like, and it's what's diabolical is the fact that he started by wheeling her stuff in, and she was like, oh, okay, she knows that he's getting it. And she probably checked. She must have checked, and it was like, someone is bringing that stuff in, and then just for him to be like, you know what, actually, no. My hospital roommate called me ugly, so I shut up. When I was a sophomore in college, my appendix ruptured. I spent a couple of weeks in the hospital off and on dealing with various infections and surgery. During my first hospital stay, I shared a room with an older Russian, an older Russian woman who had just had a gastric bypass. I never said a word to her and just decided to keep to myself, watching TV and chatting with my mom when she came to visit. I felt kind of bad that I had to walk my IV pole past her to use the bathroom because I didn't want to disturb her. So I tried to be as quiet as possible and limit the number of trips I made. Obviously, remember when you're like keeping it in to kind of like help someone and be like, you're conscious of another person's presence there, and then they come out to be a B word.
Okay.
This lady had the habit of talking really loud on the phone to her daughter, and since she'd heard me speak English with my mom, I guess she assumed that I couldn't understand her. I had started learning Russian as a freshman, so I didn't understand everything she was saying, but I could gather bits and pieces. One night, she's on the phone with her daughter and she says something to the tone of, I don't have the room to myself anymore. I'm sharing it with this girl and she's really ugly. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you know the language thing, when people always feel like they can say whatever evil, like inappropriate thing they like, because they know you cannot understand them. They think you cannot understand them, but you actually can.
Okay.
Obviously, I didn't look great because I had a ruptured appendix. Yeah, no one should even be looking at being at the hospital. Like, we listen, we don't judge. We don't judge. We don't judge. But I'm thinking if she had a gastric bypass, I'm wondering how. Yeah, you know where my mind is going to, finish that. And I'm not anything shaming anyone, but like, just you can finish the rest.
Okay.
Obviously, I didn't look great because I had a ruptured appendix and was just trying to stay alive at this point, and I didn't really care what she thought of me. It just irked me that she thought it was okay to talk trash about me to her daughter in front of me just because she thought I couldn't understand her. Plus, I was bored and wanted the satisfaction of making her eat her words. So the next time I was wheeling my IV pole past her to use the bathroom, I put on my sweetest smile and said something in Russian, polite, excuse me, in the best Russian accent. She didn't say anything to me, but she never called her daughter again while I was there because she knew I could understand her exact bitchy words. And given the fact that she cannot understand everything the woman said, we can only imagine what more she said. But she was like, yeah, the jig is up. Well, that was it for today's video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.